What can you tell me about the outing overall tonight? Seems like you were getting your Ks on the same pitch, probably the slider. Started off strong, hit a bit of a rough patch. What can you tell me about the start and maybe just the out pitches tonight?
Yeah, I honestly felt like I pitched really well. I kept the ball down for the most part. They were getting hits on me. They put the bat on the ball. To give them credit, they did their job. When they needed to do it, and basically put me in a hole. A few innings. Pitching with guys on base, and they had the upper hand, and basically ran me out of the game in the fifth. Which this is a game I'd love to go deeper in, but my pitch count got too high, and wasn't too happy about that. But it's on me, and it's just how it went.
Accurate assessment as far as the Ks go on the slider?
Yeah, I got a few on the slider. I got some on some fastballs, and I guess most of them are probably on the slider.
Just talk among fans, talk among some analysts. Seems that your MLB future might be as a reliever. Is that something you ponder? Is that something that you favor one way or the other, starting or relieving?
No, I mean, I guess I don't prefer. I guess if I had to say, I would say starting. That's what I've been doing, now for the longest time in my professional career. So, I guess I would say starting at this point. But it's one of those things. It's when someone tells me to do something, I'm just gonna go with whatever they tell me.
We spoke here last year, and you described your pitching repertoire as strong with the fastball and slider, and then you change up with something you were steadily working on. Where are things right now as far as those three pitches?
My changeups come a long way. I actually threw a lot of changeups tonight. Probably, just off the top of my head, probably the most I've thrown in any outing this year. And the rest of them are about where they've been. I feel strong with my two-seam fastball and my four-seam fastball. My slider is, I threw it well tonight, and I've thrown it well throughout the season. I think my changeup's coming along. I don't know if I need to take more off of it. Maybe I need to look at it a little more, because I did give up probably 3 or 4 hits on the changeup tonight. So that's something that I guess I'll have to take a look at.
Looking at your stats, some differences in your numbers here at the same level you were at last year. Most notably, a higher ERA coming into the start tonight, as well as maybe your Ks and walks were down. Any differences for you? Are you pitching to contact a little bit more this year, do you think?
I've always considered myself a ground ball guy. I throw a lot of two seams, and maybe it's just one of those things that balls are getting through this year, and you can't really look at it too much. This game's it'll mess with your head, and things happen, and you just got to, you kind of got to block stuff out and just go out and play, and whether or not they're, the ERA is up or the average or whatever it may be. I just basically just got to clear the slate every time you take the mound.
You got a new coaching staff here with New Hampshire this year. Pete Walker's your new pitching coach, a new manager as well with Sal Fasano. What are those guys like to play for?
Oh, they're great to play for, man. I've learned so much this year, and just from those guys, picking their brain about things, and them, just to bounce ideas off of them, and just not only about pitching, but about how to carry yourself on and off the field, and they've just taught me a lot about the game of baseball.
One last thing for you before I let you go, and thank you so much for taking the time. You're among a list of guys on this team with the Fisher Cats who've earned recognition for being players with great potential. Is there anyone on the club you feel might be underrated as far as that goes?
Underrated? Yeah, I guess. Everybody on this team seems to stand out to me. It's not like I can pick one guy out, and everybody's carrying their weight. Everybody plays well, and we had a good month this past month, and I feel like it was a team effort, and I guess I would feel like everybody, if there is somebody underrated, I don't know who it is. I feel like everybody should be up there.
One bonus last thing for you. 35 wins so far coming into this series in Trenton with the best record in the Eastern League. Is that surprising to you?
No, not really. I feel like we've got a good coaching staff that is pushing us along, and we have a lot of talent on this team, and seems to all come together, whether it be pitching, defense, offense. We've played really well, and I guess the numbers show that. So.